Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And guys, sometimes when we're going through things, we run across pieces of not even gold, platinum. And what I'm about to show you is the director of NAGR, the founder, the head, the big guy, the big cheese, Dudley Brown. Now, NAGR went into Geneva, Switzerland. They testified directly to the UN. Dudley Brown decided to answer the question of why gun control is bad and why free men need firearms. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is about to be one of the best 3 minutes you've heard on the pro-gun side in a hot minute. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below. Of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this one, because this right here, more of this now. Okay, so let me just kind of read the context here, and then I'll show you the clip. Hannah Hill, who is with the NAGR, my boss just straight up told the United Nations to their faces that disarming people is the tool of tyrants to keep people under their boots. Now, of course, we know that tyrants love them some gun control, because tyrants don't like when the people have teeth and can bite them back. This is the point that he's about to lay down to the European bureaucrats at the UN. Again, this is Dudley Brown of the National Association for Gun Rights. This is one of the, well, I would say one of the top gun rights groups in the United States. This is the guy the main guy, all right? This is the guy driving this boat. But let me get into this. Again, this is from National Association for Gun Rights Twitter feed. Listen to this. I'm going to break this up. It's 3 different pieces, but you need to hear it. Check this out.
The National Association for Gun Rights.
Thank you, Mr. President. Currently, the U.S. is home to more than 500 million civilian-owned firearms, 10% of which could be defined as assault rifles. How does the UNATT deal with a nation with not only so many small arms, but whose very foundation and national identity is wrapped around armed defiance? It's an inherent challenge to the state monopoly on small arms. Now, Mexico is trying a new method. They are suing U.S. small arms manufacturers in U.S. court, attempting to dodge the corruption and cartel issues that drive Mexico's rampant violence. This will, of course, fail. North Korea and China have a more traditional approach to citizen disagreement. We all know what that looks like. What Mexico, China, and many others here don't understand is that the world has changed. The internet has made so much of it obsolete. We are in the age of free men with arms, men who have decided that they will have no masters. And those men are circumventing your controls, including anything the UN may implement.
All right, so I'm going to pause it just for a second. What he did there was laid out the groundwork exquisitely well. Now, I'm not going to give credit where it's not due, but in this case, it is due, because what he just did was he just tied together what the Mexican government is trying to do with the corroboration of the gun controllers here in the United States from Everytown for Gun Safety. They're trying to circumvent the PLCAA. Look at China. Look at all the other authoritarian regimes. How do they answer? A very direct way. And then he starts down the road of free men are circumventing your controls. Technology is playing a role, innovation, homemade, everything you can imagine. But it's all based around technology circumventing control. That's the point, all right? So keep that in mind. He's laid the groundwork, and where he's about to go now is fire, all right? Let me hear you in the comments on this one, guys.
The state monopoly on the tools of liberty is now over. Using plans downloaded on the internet, people are printing firearms in their homes and using them as a rudder to chart the course against oppression and giving teeth to their discontent. This is a very good reason that every successful dictator in the 20th century went out of their way to disarm citizens before enforcing the tyranny that would get them shot. But those days are over. You laugh. But it's true. I am not concerned with the praise or good opinions of dollar store dictators or bureaucrats. I'm only really now speaking to the people of the world, not just the CSP. The simple fact is that your government cannot keep you safe. It is neither their desire nor their objective. They seek only your obedience and subservience. They do not disarm you to keep you safe from yourself. They disarm you because they fear how you will react when they step out of line.
Okay, again, the beautiful part about what this is doing and this is such a key point in our fight for our rights, he's not directly challenging people. He's not directly saying anybody's a bad name. No one is a negative entity. He's just spitting facts. He's staying disciplined to the message that free men need no masters. The Second Amendment is there to prevent tyranny from taking over freed men and becoming their masters. Just like George Washington said, fire is a useful tool and a fearful master. That's exactly the point. If you have an armed populace, and this is something, again, zoom out a little bit from the context of where you are sitting right now, most likely. You're most likely in the United States. Arms for us is a part of a cultural resistance to tyranny. He said it in his introduction. But for the rest of the world, of which he's talking to, because he's at the UN, he is looking at the UN, UN autocrats in their face and telling them this. He's talking to the other people of the world. You need to understand that technology is circumventing the control that has been issued upon you from your birth. And the freedom that comes with a Second Amendment and the rights of that Second Amendment are what make you a free person, because the government cannot tamp down your freedoms if they are afraid of getting punched in the nose. But again, he is doing this masterfully because he's not making it direct attacks on anybody. He is merely stating facts. And he's doing it in a calm and concise manner, which is so key and so crucial. All right, let me get back to him because he's going to wrap up with one more minute, then we'll kind of conclude.
They are either in bed with the criminals who oppress you or are the very criminals that dole out the oppression. Good men of the world, if you have arms, don't give them up, no matter what people here might say. Jealously protect and defend your ability to resist. They will be what stands between you and your self-determination. To those who have no arms, shake your system in order to secure them. Your arms can be the torch to light the path toward a better world, toward a future of your own making. Thank you.
I thank you.
I don't want to talk about that guy. That guy annoys me. All right, that's a UN bureaucrat. Understand how powerful is what he just said. Again, he stayed on message. He was very disciplined. He didn't do anything directly to anybody. He encouraged people to guide the light of their own freedom with the torches of liberty. Do you understand how powerful that is? He walked right into the lion's den, and he basically told them right to their faces and talked to the constituents and said, the only way you're free is if you are armed and you are able to defend yourself, not against a dark, mask-laden criminal, but also against a tyrannical government. Those same people who have taken your freedoms, trod upon them because you can't do anything because you are disarmed. The way that he did this, guys, we need more of this. Much more of this immediately. And this just happened in Geneva, in Switzerland, at the UN Small Arms Treaty conversation and testimony. This is what we need. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. But personally, I thought this was fire.